competition and the women's foil, and that's our schedule. We've got the semis coming up, followed by the gold medal bouts. No will get bronze medals. And in the first of the épée competition, we've got the local favourite, so that's our first semi-final. Second semi-final is Luigi Middleton.
Ukraine.
And Jan Sich from Ukraine. And Anna Kamiyina from New Zealand will be the video referee. This is how they progress through. Xu there had a really tight one against didn't make it through into the 64. Xu on the left of your screen, up against, oh, very quick start. Now, although there was a light that went on, they'd already come together, a term called corps à corps, which is French for body contact, basically. When the fencers are touching each other and their chests are touching, no point can be scored. It's kind of like in boxing when the fighters are hugging and the referee has to pull them apart. And even though John Joseph was able to hit, it was after the referee Kohler had called halt for corps à corps. Big clash. The French fencer attacked into the guard of Xu. Now, if you're new to, two lights come on and a double is scored, so both fencers get a point. The whole of the body is a target, including the foot. And there's no right of way. Getting a single light on the box, which John Joseph of France does just that and levels the score at 2 apiece. It's a fast and furious start to this match. If you were watching yesterday with the women's épée competition, both semi-finals started with passivity cards when there was no action for the first minute. This one, they're going at it hard from the get-go. Well, Jean-Joseph there just using the great footwork that he has to get into distance, came in, faked an attack, stopped, and then started again immediately. And they're trading blows here. Look for second intention in épée. There's a lot of second intention. So basically you're trying to fake your opponent to thinking that you're going to do something like attack to the foot, but then it's only a fake attack to the foot because you're then going to come up and have a second go. A double scored. if you can control your opponent's blade, if you can take hold of the blade on the attack, then it's and beat their points out of the way, then it's the best way to secure getting a single light on the box. So you'll see John Joseph particularly likes to work off his opponent's blade. It didn't work for him there. He thought that he'd found a way through, but he was maybe a little bit too far out with his attack. Building the distance and getting the timing right is so important. Another double scored. The French fencer has a much more classic on-guard position, keeps the point directed at his opponent, whereas Xu is a lot more up and down and moving the blade around from high to low. Well, 2 points in it. The onus is on Xu to try and close the gap. John Joseph a little bit frustrated with himself there. He was lured into that attack that he didn't need to make. And John Joseph doesn't want to give a point away and level and have the scores level. We've got 15 seconds left on the clock before the break. Xu, I imagine, will try something, or are they just going to call it now and tick down the clock as we go to the break? Yeah, Xu just offering the box for John Joseph. Oh, you can hear the crowd now getting behind their fencer. So here we go with the second period, only 1 point in it. And the way that these two are fencing, it might be over in this period. A real conversation of blades there. And it finishes with John Joseph being able to hit with the beat attack. Just knocking upwards. Oh, 2 quick points for the French fencer, and it's a 3-point lead. Not sure why Xu couldn't have doubled that one out. Oh, and another one for Kendrick John Joseph. So it's been one-way traffic after the break, and another for the French fencer. And I think the home crowd are getting a little bit disheartened now. It's a long way back in Epée, trailing by 5. It's the second time that referee Kelly Kohler has had to pull down the jacket of Xu. Well, Xu was expecting that attack from the French fencer, John Joseph. Shown it, I think that was the 3rd time. It's like if you keep doing the same thing over and over, then your opponent starts to work it out. But that was lovely. Yeah. Great way to score the double. So another double scored, and Kendrick Jean-Joseph is just 1 point away, and he will probably attack now, and he does just that, and it is 15-10. Big win for Shou Yuhan, and look at that. That's how it panned out. All the damage was done immediately after the break when Jean-Joseph. So Luigi Middleton, 24 years old, is world ranked number 43, one of the best ranked fencers in this competition.
United States of America.
Lan Minhao went out in the earlier rounds. He's ranked 12th in the world. Yu Li Fan, also of China, with 26th in the world, has gone out. And the Chinese, well, they would have hoping that some of their top fencers would have done better in this contest. But in épée, as you say, anything can happen. And we have Middleton on the right and Sich on the left. Lovely hit. So risky to go for the foot. Well, in men's épée, France are number 1 in the world. And it's very difficult for these younger fencers to get onto the team, and you've got the likes of Yannick Borel doing incredibly well at the top of the game. Well, this one's starting a little bit more sedately than the last. That single hit to Middleton, then a double scored. So scores level. So Luigi Middleton, 24 years old, is ranked 6th in France. You've got the likes of Alexandre Bardenay, Romain Canon, Yannick Borel, Gaëtan Bila. Actually, no, he's 5th, isn't he? Because Améric Galli is just behind him. Galli is also here, but didn't make it through to the semi-finals. So definitely one to watch in the future, because Borel is 34, Bardenay is 33. They're not going to make LA. They'll definitely be there for Paris, the home Olympic Games. But Luigi Middleton could be the next wave of French épéistes coming through. Middleton is the one that is controlling this fight. He's leading the dance. If you look at the distance, imagine that there's a kind of an elastic band between the two fencers, and when one moves one way, backs off, then the other one moves forward. It's Middleton that's moving and controlling the distance. Oh Oh. Well, nothing hit, no. When the fences cross like that, when they cross on the piste, the referee will call a halt. The fencer that has crossed, that was moving, which was Middleton at that stage, cannot hit his opponent once he is passed. But the opponent, Sitch in this case, has one attempt and can have one attempt to hit Middleton when he's basically running past you. But nothing happened there, no hit was scored, and they reset where they were on the piece. They don't go back to the on-guard line. Whoa! Well, that's one way of scoring a hit. Particularly painful way of scoring a hit. It's called a flèche attack, where you turn your body into an arrow. Flèche in France. No, I don't think he's going to give that. No. He was already on the ground before the hit came, so no points scored. So knee had already hit the ground. And we go to the break. So his opponent, Jan Sitch, 27 years old, world ranked 136, and of course Ukrainians have struggled with world ranking to get to fencing competitions over the last couple of seasons because of the conflict in their country. And Sitch studying economics at the university in Kharkiv. Sitch closing the distance. Scores are level, and Middleton a little bit disappointed he couldn't land the double there. So level pegging. Lovely. That got a round of applause from Hugh Zobri. Superb work off the blade there from the French fencer. A little tap, fake one way, circular cease, disengage, and then hit. Well, even though Middleton has the lead, he is still the more aggressive of the two. It's Middleton that's looking to try and extend the lead and score the points. For me, Sitch is pressing forward and with the second intention of waiting for Middleton to attack. And yeah, well, he closed the distance. He was waiting for the attack, and boom, it happened so fast he couldn't react to it. That was better from the Ukrainian. better, I think, when he actually goes on the offensive rather than closes the distance and then tries to score on the counter-attack. Has this interestingly low hand position with his weapon pointing upwards. And it's working for him. He's got to say. Just look at this low hand carriage of Sich, and the idea is that he can then get underneath the point of Luigi Middleton. It's not a classic on-guard position by the Ukrainian in any shape or form. Double scored. And with only, I think, just less than 10 seconds left on the clock, I think we're probably going to step away. Yeah, we're tapping out. And the clock will tick down, and at 8 apiece, we go. So here we go, 8-all in the second semi-final. This for a place in the gold medal match. 3 minutes of fencing, or the first fencer to reach 15. And I suspect it will start a little bit cagey now. No one wants to give the lead away. Middleton might be starting to question. Did all that hard work in the first 2 periods, was very aggressive, and it's not actually gained him any kind of lead on the scoreboard. Double scored. And a pat on the back from Middleton. Can be quite bruising, can Epée. So 9 apiece. That ding of the guard. Sich just trying to score a point over the top of the guard there. Hit the top of the wrist. Attack coming. Well, the first attack did not hit, but then a beautiful remise here. So missed there, and then over the top from the prime position, and we now have a lead again to France. Attempted attack. Oh, a lovely conversation of the blades. Parry, counter parry, and then hit from Sich. A frustrated Hughes Aubry, the French coach, in the box. And if Middleton loses this, I think Hughes Aubry will be a little bit cross that that his athlete has thrown away a couple of chances to take a commanding lead. Referee's called halt. So scores level, 10 apiece. Gripping, really gripping this match. Oh, that was rash from Middleton. Trying to hit over the top, trying to hit the back. And Sich likes to get down low. He's not a short fencer by any means, but he prefers to be squatting down low and to kind of hit up at his opponent. Oh, very, very close there. Middleton to scoring a hit. Single light would have been. Oh, now Middleton's in a bit of trouble, and body language is not good. looking at the box, asks for his épée to be tested. There's nothing wrong with it. Two-point cushion for Sich, and I think he will not take any risk at all now. Just work off the defense. He knows that the attack has got to come in. There's only double scored. It's not going to help the French fencer. Only going to help Sich. Cannot afford really another double. We've got 42 seconds on the clock. Needs to work out a way of getting a single light. Doesn't need to rush it. Too far out. Attack from too far out. Milton was a little bit hasty there. And Sich was able to hit on the defense. Now they're just having a look. The replay on that. There is the French coach, Hughes Aubry, not happy. And one more required. Well, for the spectators, it'd be, in the neutrals, it'd be better to see a Ukraine-France final rather than two French teammates fighting each other, and that's exactly what we have. Sich is through, 15-11. And he did really well to stay in contention. They catch up all the way through that contest.
Joseph, France.
Kendrick John Joseph from the management school in Lyon.
Sich, Ukraine.
And Jan Sich from Kharkiv Joseph. And very much part of the future of French épée. The French men's team are world #1. And they've got the likes of Alexandre Bardenet, Romain Canon, Yannick Burrell at the top of their game, but there's a couple of guys in their mid-30s who may not compete after Paris 2024, and Jean-Joseph could well make his way on to the team. So interesting that Jean-Joseph, or Hughes Aubry, the coach, may have looked at the first semi-final that Sich came through against Jean-Joseph's teammate, Luigi Middleton. And Kendrick John Joseph is just altering his on-guard position just to point down a little bit more with the point of his épée, because Sich has this slightly peculiar way of dropping his hand and pointing his blade up at his opponent. Double scored. It was the attack from John Joseph. Looked for the blade on the way through, didn't get enough of a beat on it to divert the point of Sich, and kind of ran on to the Ukrainians' weapon there. But a double scored. But John Joseph will think, right, okay, I need to do that a little bit cleaner next time. Get the distance right. It's all about the footwork. Oh, now. Well, John Joseph stopped there, and the referee called halt. There's no card being given, as far as I can see. It looked like he was going to take his mask off as well. I mean, the referee hadn't even called halt. So we're back underway. No dramas. Still 2 apiece. That time it worked much better for Jean-Joseph. Came through, worked off the blade here. Bang, there we go. And the strength to hold. Once he got hold of the blade of the Ukrainian, was able to then the attack. And 2 quick points, 2 quick single lights for Kendrick Jean-Joseph. That time coming under the Ukrainian. So a 2-point lead. But it's not, I don't think, in the nature of Jean-Joseph to back away and go very, very negative. No, he's still keeping the attacks coming, which is great. He knows that attack is the best form of defense for him as a fencer. No, that was superb. Jasic just stepped into distance and Jean-Joseph launched. Wasn't quite a flying flesh attack, but it was close to just leaping at his opponent. And again. A 7-3 lead, and the Frenchman is not going to back away here. He's going to keep taking the fight to the Ukrainian. Again, boom, but double. It was Jean-Joseph, though, that led the attack. Even though Sitch is trailing, it's still the French fencer that's making all of the aggressive moves. 18 seconds left on the clock. There's time for one more if he's going to do it. Maybe just settle for a 4-point lead. No, we're going to go to the break. Hughes Aubrey's got up out of his seat and... So we're into the second period now, and the score sits at 8-4. Kendrick Jean-Joseph, the 22-year-old. Again, likes to back away, and then when Sitch comes in a little bit too close and closes the distance, launches the attack. So exactly what he was doing in the first period. A double scored, but doubles are only going to benefit the French team right now. And if you keep attacking like Jean-Joseph is, pick the timing, so don't attack from too far out. Well, he did all the hard work there, that Jean-Joseph was able to divert the point of Sitch, but it's a double. It's kind of like half a point, really. When you've got a 4-point lead, a double it's not quite the same as scoring an individual. Now, okay, that's the first time that Sitch has been able to do that and actually work some proper defence in. Well, Sich now trying to invite Jean-Joseph on, but it's not the game. He doesn't need to play it. He just needs to let the clock tick down. There's no need for Jean-Joseph to attack from too far out. He's going to wait until Sich closes the distance, and then he's going to come in, beat the blade, and attack. And the ball is very much in Sich's court here. Well, that could have gone either way, but Sich very good there in close quarters and has clawed 2 points back to just 2 points. So they check the guards are earthed, and here we go. Can the Ukrainian work his way back into this gold medal match like he did in the semi-finals against Jean-Joseph's teammate Middleton? Now, I think that Jean-Joseph is, I don't know, not playing a defensive game here, and it's not really working for him. He needs to go back to what he was doing earlier in the match. It's a definite change of tactic from Sich. He's keeping the distance much longer. That's what Sich is doing. And Jean-Joseph needs to change tack and try and close the distance before he launches these attacks. Can't get frustrated, he's still got a 1 point lead. And these attacks that he was landing, kind of almost for fun, are now much, much harder. Oh, well timed out. So we go to the second break, 10-9 the score, and things have really changed around in that second period. 5-2 for the third period. 10-9 the score, 3 minutes of fencing, or the first to 15. Jean-Joseph looking a little bit more sprightly on his feet here. Dancing around. The distance is big right now. It's too far out for an attack. Needs to work the distance closer. But the ball is in Sich's court. It's a 1 point lead. If this goes on for a minute, then there will be a P yellow given. And there we go. That was much better. Found the blade. And now a 2 point cushion to the Frenchman. Parry, counter parry from Sich. Well, a little rash there, I thought, from Kendrick Jean-Joseph. Just a little too far out for that. It's a question of centimeters, and you need to get the distance just right and pick the moment It's now 11 apiece, and this could be a great comeback from the Ukrainian. He went wrist, body. And now it's Ukraine in the box seat. Two meetings of the blade here. There, and then boom! Scores level. Hughes-Aubry delighted. So now will it settle down at 12 apiece? Kendrick John Joseph needs to be very careful here because Jan Sich has worked out a great defense against the French attack. Double scored. So 2 points. We'll take the gold. Edgy of your seat stuff. Oh, lovely. From Kendrick John Joseph. Single light on the box. It's now 14-13. It's a slender lead, but when you're 1 point away, a double would do this. But Sich has been so good at parrying the attacks of Kendrick John Joseph that I'm not sure if the French fencer will launch any kind of rash attacks here. It would be, just needs to be patient. It's just less than a minute on the clock. So Sich is the one that needs to score to level. It needs a single light. A double will not do it for the Ukrainian. Oh, that's it. It's a single light for the French fencer. And it is Kendrick John Joseph that's won the gold. And Hughes-Aubry, his coach, is absolutely delighted. That's a big win. A superb result there for the young French fencer. And that is going to do him the world. Big win celebrated by the French team in style. His teammate Luigi Middleton out there. Sich defeated Middleton in these. The French épées are super strong at the top. You've got the likes of Yannick Morel, Romain Canon, but Jean Joseph at 22 years old will be making his mark. He's already won a World Junior gold. Now adds the World University Games gold medal to his palmarès, as they say in France. And Jean Joseph is the gold medalist.
先生们，请起立，奏国际大体联会歌。
Ladies and gentlemen, and now, please rise for the Fisu anthem.
See